We're here with Flaherty, and he's going to go ahead and tell us something about the Jena Defense Fund. Tell us something about the story that broke, and exactly what is his the 43,000 petition? Okay, something about the 43,000 petition.
My name is Jordan Flaherty. Should I look at you or look over there?
Look at him.
All right. My name is Jordan Flaherty. I'm with Left Turn Magazine. We're a magazine of social justice organizing. We're a nationwide magazine. You can see some of the articles online at leftturn.org. I live down in New Orleans, and I've been hearing about this case for a while. An organization in New Orleans called Juvenile Justice Project of Louisiana first came out here back in December of last year and brought down to New Orleans some of the stories of what was going on here. And I also know the folks from the ACLU of Louisiana started coming out here in March, so I started hearing from them as well. And I first came out here in May, wrote up the story, which we distributed out to people to try and spread the word about what was happening here in Louisiana. And I think what is really inspiring here in Jena is that the families have been fighting back, leading the struggle against what's happening in Jena. They organized themselves. You know, if you go back to the civil rights movement, rural Louisiana, the rural South in general, was the front lines of the civil rights movement. And we had boots on the ground of folks like SNCC and CORE, these organizations out there supporting folks. And also, if we're talking about rural Louisiana, not far from here, up in Jonesboro, you had the founding of the Deacons for Defense, radical militant self-defense organization that inspired the Black Panthers and other more radical organizations of the 70s, more militant organizations of the 70s. So we have this history here in Louisiana, but right now we don't have as much of an infrastructure, and we don't have as much funding, certainly, for organizing in the South. So these families really organize themselves with the support of folks from you know, rural Louisiana very much, and small towns in Louisiana and cities in Louisiana. So folks from Lafayette came out, folks from Shreveport, folks from all around. Of course, community defenders, one of the first folks, came out, spreading the word of this, giving solidarity, being out there at the meetings, being out there at the demonstrations, and really leading the struggle. Folks from Louisiana led the struggle, and folks especially from Jena led this struggle. Now it's starting to get attention. We got the support from colorchange.org, which was founded post-Katrina. They're a website where people have been signing on. 43,000 people signed a petition to District Attorney Reed Walters to let him know that he needs to be dropping this case, and we delivered that petition today to the district attorney's office. We also got 45,000 and counting that have signed a petition to Governor Blanco telling her to look into this, and that's going to be delivered to her, I'm sure, very soon as well, and that number is going to keep on growing. And the important thing is for us all to stand together and really fight and stand behind these families who have organized themselves, you know, without that infrastructure, without that support.
So definitely you felt really good about the good turnout. You've also felt really good about the support all across the world. What do you say to the world in terms of what else that we could possibly do to let the authorities know that this is total injustice for these young men?
You know, the family members have been telling me that they've been getting these letters and donations from, you're absolutely right, all around the world, all kinds of countries. People have been sending donations, people have been sending emails, people have been sending letters, people have been signing the petitions. People around the world, this has struck a chord with them. And let me just say, this is an issue happening everywhere. Disparate sentencing, unfair persecution, you know, this is happening everywhere. But here in Jena, it's just a real clear example, you know, and it's just so clear because we have these incidents right beforehand of white students attacking black students, threatening black students, hanging the nooses, and not punished. And then as soon as black students get in a fight with white students, they're punished. So it's such a clear example, and that's why I think it's captured people's imagination and attentions. I encourage people from around the country and around the world, you know, get in touch with your media, tell them to spread the word. Get in touch with your politicians. You know, we just heard recently from members of the Black Legislative Caucus here in Louisiana. We need them to get on board. We need them to put the pressure on Governor Blanco. We need politicians all around. You know, we need Senator Landrieu to what does she think? We need to hear her voice. We need to hear the voice from politicians. We need people to put pressure on their politicians. Politicians from other states. We need the Congressional Black Caucus. We need Conyers involved. We need, you know, we need to hear from all these folks. So people, wherever you live, put pressure on your politician. Call your local paper. Tell them to cover this.
Thank you so much. And for closing, your contact information?
Y'all can check out Left Turn Magazine at leftturn.org. I just want to say support the community defender and the important work that community defender is doing of getting the word out and being there on the front lines.
All right, thank you.